My boyfriend of 4 months is sometimes quite lazy in bed. Ha ha ha. Meaning he invites me to do most of all the work. He may be tired, but I think the issue might be deeper. He's normally quite masculine. What can you do? Stop doing. So when you say you are doing the work, are you doing the work on yourself or are you doing the work on him? You can answer that here or you can go live. Stop it. Just stop. Just stop. Because you don't like it. I mean, you like the physical of it, but you feel like you're doing the work. Now, you being on top is not doing the work, by the way, because that's probably a very, very, very comfortable position for you, right? You can be more aggressive. It's passionate. You're not doing the work. However, if he's not doing anything, I have a feeling though, what you're trying to tell me, he needs to start handling you with his hands. Is he doing that? Is he handling you with his mouth? Is he touching your body? Is he getting you revved up? He is not ever moving. I'm not sure I'm reading the same thing. All right, so I'm just going to pretend that I understand this, which is sex is, you know, it's many things. It could be very slow and very tantric. It can be very touch-oriented and breathing and looking at each other's eyes and feeling and breathing and slow, and it's a lot of touching. It doesn't even mean intercourse. It's an experience, it's an exchange of energies, and the whole joy of it for you is to have an incredible orgasmic experience that allows you literally to get out of your body and let your spirit fly around the room and let go and feel what freedom feels like out of your body. That is the most extraordinary feeling, and you can do that alone, but it's more powerful if you do it in his presence. And if you are taking care of yourself and he's just watching, occasionally that is still not you doing the work. That is just you getting into it. However, if you're handling him and getting him in the mood and stuff and getting him hard and all that stuff, and then like he's just asleep in the bed all the time, well, that's kind of silly, right? He's assuming that's what you like. He's assuming that's what you like. So you're going to have to be really straightforward, saying, and you have to say, I would like it better if you did this and that. How about you just lay there on your back and you go, I just want to lay here like a couch. Could you just please F my brains out? Try that next time. Just take off all your clothes and just go, you just, make me crazy and see what he does. Don't help him. Don't volunteer. Don't touch him, but you can touch yourself. If he's not doing a great job, you touch yourself. You know how to do this. He does all of that. But what doesn't you, okay, you want to be pushed up against the wall. We all do. Okay, you want him to lift you up. Put you on the wall like you see on TV. Yeah. He may not feel that he has the hardness and the stamina to do that. And he may do better on his back. You might try, I would, my friend Susan Bratton, Bratton, Personal Life Media to All Sex, and just get all the programs and everything, and you'll learn stuff that you didn't even know about, I'm sure. Get books, great about female orgasm. There's a gazillion there's so much stuff of a zillion positions, There's a really lovely one where guy's on his side and you're hanging over his legs. Only thing is you can't kiss him from that position, but that gives him a chance to be in a more restful position and for you to have some control, but you're not manipulating the whole thing. I would would go into more tantra and find out, what you can do without doing much. If you get tired of being the active party here, then don't do that, and say, let's try something new. Go get a picture. I saw a picture of this. What do you think? And if he goes, no, I don't feel like that, I say, okay, all right. So it gets to a point, you tell me if it gets to a point where he's really impossible and stuck. This is where the sex therapist comes in. He's likely not able to understand if you show him tapes. You're just going to have to say, I would be feel so much more turned on if I was just flat on my back and you did all the work. How about you just say that? What does he say then? I would love just to lie here and have you do all the work. I want to feel taken. I want to feel, thrown up against the wall. I want to feel all that. Does he back off and say, well, I can't do that? So I don't have an answer to that. So try those things first and just ask. The one place men like to be told what to do is in bed. So don't be afraid with that. I like it when you do this. And make sure that when he does something you like, you say, I like that. That feels good. Then he feels directed, because otherwise he feels completely confused. There are very few men who are really know what the heck they're doing. And they're all taught by women. So unless you got lucky and some really great woman taught him a lot before you're it. You're the trainer. So train. And if you don't know what you like, that's the first step. So all of this, tying it all together. One last thing I'm hearing here. I'm hearing a really strong businesswoman. And I'm just going to say M. And I know that we can help you because you have expectations and you feel that the power that you exhibit in your own life and taking care of yourself and in your work life somehow extends to him. And we have to back that up completely. We have to reverse it. He just simply may not be tough enough and manly enough and masculine enough to handle a very masculine energy woman who wants to be a feminine energy woman. And we're going to have to find that place where you can get into your feminine energy and your powerful work. And that is not like I can tell you how to do that in 2 seconds. Watch the Boss Babe masterclass. It's all these master classes are $97. We may get the whole collection. Anyway, that is pretty powerful, and a lot of women are buying that because it is just, a complete turnaround of everything we've been taught in the workplace. And, down to what you should wear, for God's sakes, Everybody, folks, works on work. Everybody's tight, everybody's busy. So you are obviously giving more of your energy to the relationship than he is. Give you energy than you do, right? You're saying he can't do it, but so I will. I'll put more energy in this relationship than he will. And that's the problem in most relationships. Women are putting more energy into the relationship than the men are, right? And the only way to get them to put more energy in is to stop putting energy in yourself. And yes, you feel like the whole thing will fall apart, but guess what? It doesn't. It doesn't fall apart. All of a sudden he's going to start to feel lonely and weird, like you're not giving to him, and he's going to start feeling angry, and he's going to feel defensive, blah, blah. And that starts the conversation. As soon as you have the conversation, that's the healing. Then you start up, well, this would feel good, because he's not likely to hear you and your requests before you sit back. So the first thing that has to happen is you got to remove your masculine energy from the playing field. You just got to step back, and a whole bunch of tools here that are all working in play together. The want process, the feminine want process is probably the fastest. But stepping back, leaning back, that involves a lot of things that feel terrible emotionally and feel like if I don't do this, he's going to leave. If I don't do this, I'm going to lose him. And that's why I remember when I talk about the marriage, you have to get yourself to a place where you can leave, where it can fall apart inside yourself. And trust me, that's not going to have the kind of bad effect as being angry all the time, as an arguing. Men just run from that. They can't deal with that. They just hate anger and they hate arguments and they hate all that stuff. It just shuts them down. They have a very limited circuit board in their brains. And a lot of things they just shut down around. And anger is one of them. Unless they're, really uniquely able to handle that. But most men just really just turn off completely from that. And yeah, so I think there's a lot of one-to-one work here. We need to talk one-to-one about your situation.